Well, we're on Hotrod Powertour, as you can see by all the nice stuff behind me. Here's what we brought. Oh yeah, Winnebago time. We were registered last year in 2020, now it's 2021, obviously, because you're watching this. So we registered for the long haul. Right now we're in Norwalk, Ohio at Summit Motorsports Park. I don't even know what time it is. It's like maybe 10 in the morning or something like that. This all started at 9. We're in the non-Gold Club scum parking. Everyone else cool is parked over there. But I'll show you some of the nice improvements we did. Like I said, this should have been last year, but this has been done for a while. You look there, there's a new Hydro Boost on it to replace the old one. This is just off a Silverado, like 2500, like pretty much what everything else is. It almost directly bolted on. Needed some adapter fittings for the hydraulic hoses, but then it worked. The brakes are like 10 times better, so everyone can stop worrying that watched a regular car reviews video. The thing actually stops now. We wanted to make the air conditioning work, and this was like a multi-stage process. The first step was I put this modern parallel flow condenser in it, thinking that's why it didn't work, because the R12 and R134 use different style condensers. Normally it'll work using an R12 condenser, but I thought maybe it wasn't. So I put that in it, and then I put fans on it. Little, I think these are 8-inch or 6-inch fans off Amazon. They just come on, they cycle with the compressor, and it still didn't work. So we were using the LS compressor, this new condenser, all new hoses, a new receiver dryer. Everything was new except the in-cab stuff. So we just decided to change that out finally, and now we have working air conditioning. So here's what we did on the inside. Down there was like the heater core and the evaporator core and the blower motors and everything. And for some reason, when we got the thing first together, like we charged it, the compressor turned on, it blew all the right pressures, but cold air wouldn't come out of the vents. It was like maybe 10 degrees difference, and we messed with it, and eventually we just put this vintage air, it's like a universal under dash unit in. It almost exactly fit where the glove box was. So it almost looks like it fits in there pretty good. And now it works. It blows out like 46 degree air when it's really cranking. You can see how much condensation there is. It's humid as hell out here. But on top of that, when we're parked, have the roof unit there that works with the generator. So we can cool it down before we leave. And then hopefully that can keep up. And if not, we can pull this little curtain here. So now we're just trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing right now, because it's kind of vague. Here's this guy. So we had an emergency. We had to leave the show. And the emergency was the air conditioning stopped working. The generator turned off, and it was starving for fuel. We grabbed one of those little clickety-clack pumps. Well, actually, we bribed AutoZone to deliver it and put it in there, and it still didn't work. My theory is it's like a pinhole in the line, or the line's rusted off in the tank. So you get some fuel, but not enough. So now we're just going to run a new fuel line and put the electric pump down there under the tank, have it push the fuel up like you're supposed to, and then hopefully we get the generator going again. Okay, it's all fixed. There's the new fuel line and wire, man. The fuel pump power comes from this like breaker box in here. Here's the old hose that, remember when we built this thing, it connects the two tanks together. So the two tanks kind of share fuel and they intermingle. So we just teed it off of there, and then there's a little like Mr. Gasket clickety-clack pump that runs the fuel down to the end, back up the generator. Well, with our AC emergency fixed, we found a campground. We're gonna do a hotel, but it was kind of expensive, and this was like 40 bucks. And it's a pretty nice little campground right off the main drag here. Funny thing is that these hotels are where a lot of the power tour guys are in. So yeah. So I guess tomorrow there'll be more excitement other than me just complaining about air conditioning. It doesn't work as a camper.
Who aligned this fucking thing?
God.
How's it feel?
Kind of as expected. Feels like I'm driving a 1950s bread truck.
How's that throttle response?
Feels the same as my C10 does. I'm kind of used to it now. Like if you just rest your foot on it, it goes. I'm not getting the full experience with both of our shirts off.
Yeah, every guy I see driving an old ass RV.
And then like a pipe.
Yeah.
You got a pipe in your mouth with both hands on the wheel like this.
But the funny thing is sometimes their window's up.
Yep.
Like they just don't care, or maybe the AC does work. I don't know. Probably not.
It says they're driving a tire.
On the wheel, huh?
Yeah.
Wonder why.
I haven't graduated to that point yet.
See, I told you the faster you go, the better off. See how it's going straighter?
No. it's like 3 p.m., but we just made it to Montgomery County Fairgrounds in Dayton, Ohio. Thing's a new record for temperature. I think it was up to like 211 or something, but it's cooling down now. Got our air conditioning blasting. I guess now we can walk around. It's like 94. This is terrible. We kind of wandered around, so I think we're just gonna go back in the air conditioning now. So we're at our next campsite, and there was a little bit of a water leak from the roof AC. So we're like, well, let's jack up the camper. So this thing has automatic, well, not automatic, but it has electric in-cab jacks. And we thought there was a 0% chance of these working. And they actually work. You can hear it. That's crazy. That shit works. Well, it's Wednesday morning. We just left the campsite. We saw some steam yesterday, and we just dismissed it because, you know, it couldn't be this. So we thought it was the air conditioning that's dripping on the headers, and this little hose blew here. This originally had, ooh, it's steaming up. This originally had a radiator cap, like extension coming out of it, so you could get it easier, and that leaked. So Corey just jammed that pipe plug contraption in there. There we go, now the lens clean.
Of course, that side is like on the wrong side. Is this gonna hit me in my face?
No, I had the cap off already.
How much is gonna come out of here?
A little bit.
Luckily, it's mostly water.
Yep.
Yeah, it is hot.
Yeah, it was hot, but it won't build any pressure. Not only did we think that wasn't us, it was also like that. It's like a 1970s hose. We're like, that's fine.
Here, close this.
Yep.
All right. What are your thoughts?
Seems good. Now we have the Gonzo hose. If you would have turned it down a little more, when you open this up, it wouldn't have looked like you had a pipe plug in. It looked like it would have been something important.
Yeah, that's fine. More cooling capacity.
Good enough. Yeah, it's like the overflow tank. Well, we're at Lucas Oil Speedway in Indianapolis. It was pretty cool. They let us in early and they gave us like our best parking spot we've had so far. Right in the corner here. Normally they just tell us to kind of like get effed and park us somewhere terrible. So thanks to that dude for parking us nice. Now we can actually get in and out of it and be near the action today. Looks like it might rain or terribly storm. The weather app says no, but the clouds say yes. So yeah, we'll see how today happens. Maybe we'll actually be able to walk around and hang out and not get melted. Oh shit.
I just totaled the whole car.
Yep. Holy hell. Well, it's Thursday, I think. We just got to St. Louis Worldwide Technology Speedway, but it says Gateway Motorsports Park over there. It's not what this place is even called, and some people are saying it's in Illinois, and some places say it's in Missouri. So I don't know, maybe we're nowhere. Maybe this is all a dream. This is the second track they didn't want to let us into, or not track, but venue. The guys didn't want to let us into Dayton. They said no RVs were allowed, and the guy here just had a meltdown because we're an RV. Showed him we were in the show, but didn't really like that, but I guess he caved. So we got good parking again. the track is right on the other side of that wall, so we can watch some racing. And then we got maybe the food will open there, and then the shitter's there. And I guess this is some kind of round track, I'm not sure. I don't follow this stuff. So yeah, we'll see how today goes. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be like 96 with a real feel of 106. So I think the generator and the AC is gonna be doing some work today. This guy in the C10 brought these nice little Honda mini bikes. Pretty nice. I guess he's setting a trap for cars and cameras. He'll probably lure them in any second. Well, it's Friday, last day of Power Tour. We're in a little mobile home campsite here in Litchfield, Illinois. I didn't film last night because it started horrendously thunderstorming, and I was waiting for us to be like the typical like motorhome in a tornado. So we're on our way to, oh God, I don't even know, somewhere else in Illinois for the final day. So we're about to get breakfast and roll out. See you at the show.
This has that special option on the steering.
Yep.
You know, you got like lane departure.
Yep.
It shakes. You're leaving your lane.
I thought you were going to say that it departs the lane for you.
Well, that too, but at least it's, well, I think it's just faulty.
Just made it to the last location in Champaign, Illinois, Champlain, whatever, something in Illinois. We're in. Had some problem at the gate. The last 3 places, they haven't wanted to let us in. The last 2 days, they just let us in. Today, they outright refused. So luckily enough, I got a nice call from Hotrod Magazine that we were allowed in. And sure enough, they let us in. So I guess there was just some confusion. But everything's good. So today, we're probably gonna get out of here early. Once we get our long hauler black, because we have to drive about 14 hours back to Pennsylvania. But I'll show you some of what's going on before we go. end of Powertour. We got our commemorative plates here. Each got one. We're at a gas station outside Columbus, Ohio, about halfway home. As soon as we got our little things there, we started trucking home. So far, so good with the motorhome. About to fill it up, going to Pennsylvania. But yeah, that's the end of this. So this survived a few issues, not really terrible. I don't know what the total mileage is, but we survived Powertour. So maybe you'll be seeing this again next year.